over here. Good location. All right, we're gonna back her in. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna put her in low. There you go. All right, we got her. Put her back in 2. Clutch. First. All right. All right, everything's off. All right, we got her dropped, paid. So now we got 2, right? We've been fighting with trying to schedule one out here. So we found one in Minnesota going back home for $1,400, which the rates for cars are just absolutely awful when you're only doing 2. So we found one. We had one booked for Copart earlier, but I didn't want to sit around all weekend, and it was at $1,600, so that would have been $3 grand. So we actually had to cancel that one because we couldn't pick up. So then they reposted it for $2 grand, and we're like, well, that's, what would that be? $2 grand. So that would be $3,400 going back home, right? So deck would be completely filled up. We got another Amazon Transit van, whatever you want to call them. And that would be great. So we're gonna see if they give us the load back. I told them to text them. I said, look, for $2 grand, we'll take the load. But we ain't taking that load for, they were gonna give it to us for $1,600. If I could have picked it up tomorrow, that'd be great. But they want us to sit around all weekend because it's Copart. So that's $3,400. The count is definitely going back up. I don't know, for the guys that remember the 2K challenge, we got the account down to like $93, whoops. But we're back up to like, I think it's like 5,100 after today. And then we should be, by the time we get home, around 7,000. So I wonder if this guy has a mailbox. It's weird. So somebody was meeting me here to pick it up for this guy. He's on his way, but obviously I'm not gonna meet him here because I've already dropped it. So I don't see, is there a mailbox down? I don't even see a mailbox yet. This stuff's so brand new. I need to put the key in the mailbox. I don't have anywhere to put the key. Put it in the small little electrical box up there because there's literally nowhere to put this key. And I don't want them to lose it and come back on me and whatnot, so. Oh yeah, so here we go. We're getting back. We're going. Yeah, that trailer flex. Now you can actually work on it. Too bad. Let's drain some air out of the bags and we'll get out of here. I don't care who has anything negative to say. I absolutely appreciate the people out here in this state. I think I'm in South Dakota. This is awesome. So I wired up a switch, got the AC working. Obviously I have to turn it on, off, and whatnot, but I know there was a Freon leak before, so this will help. Whatever Freon's gonna be in there and leak, this will let me know by the time I get home which O-rings to replace. But in the meantime, I have AC. I have cold AC. Wow. Now obviously, yes, have to turn the switch off every now and again. I don't care. Right now, I'm just gonna enjoy the fact that this is the first time this year that I actually have AC. Good God, it's hot out here. Someone stopped and I was like, yo, you got a switch. And he's like, dude, here you go. And I'm like, yes! I'm so excited. I'm so happy. We'll see how long it takes to blow up because I need to constantly cycle it on and off, and I don't know how long it's supposed to be. So when I'm accelerating, I'm gonna turn it off. And then when I get back on the highway, I'm gonna turn it back on. Awesome. Well, this sucks, but it does work. Dispatch decided he's gonna look online for me to see what the instructions would be if I'm gonna do that. And he said, compressor on for about 4 to 10 seconds, and then compressor off for about 15 to 20 seconds. Wow. It's almost as if we're going back to when I just did the 12-valve swap, and I had to do that with the alternator. Wow, that was a pain in the ass. But you know what? I have AC, not gonna complain. Super happy that, you know, I at least have that. I'm gonna drive myself crazy the next 10 hours. I don't care. I don't care. I'm gonna sit back, maybe watch a movie, eat some snacks, stick my leg out the window. Just kidding, we don't need to do that anymore because I have AC. It's 90 degrees, and this is the first time this year I've gotten to feel AC with my truck. So So when I get back to Pennsylvania, I have an appointment scheduled to get all of the O-rings and the lines replaced, and basically, you know, pull a vacuum and actually fill it up correctly. A lot of people, I'm reading through the comments and everything, and I don't have the time to actually scroll through every one of them. You guys have been killing it with comments, but the guy's saying that you absolutely need to pull a vacuum to get the compressor to kick on. That is false. You do not. People did mention it could be the high pressure switch. That could be. There's a few things that it could be, but as for all of the wiring is good and everything is, you know, continuity is where it needs to be. Let's put it that way. I went down the diagram and did everything. So that leads, I think, two things it could be, okay? One, we could need a high pressure switch, or two, we could need an ECU. So we'll see. But this is, now that everything's done, I'm dropping it off at the shop and letting them figure it out. I am going through you guys' comments and reading out. I found a bunch of good comments, a lot of good advice on there. So even though you don't need to pull a vacuum to get it to work, but there is a lot of good advice on there, like the receiver dryer being out in the atmosphere too long, moisture in the system, you know, all of that. I might just end up sucking it up and replacing everything when I get back, but or maybe not when I get back. I don't know. I was told it cost me about $100 to fill it. I was perfectly okay with that. Right now, if the entire system shit the bed, but I make it home, I really wouldn't care at this point. The AC is just, now that I see how nice it is to sit in the cab with AC, I really don't give a shit how much it costs anymore. Like, this is nice. All right, let's see how well we're doing. Oh yeah. Line's not even frozen. No dripping water. That's perfect. That's what I want to see. That's good. I drove 120 miles with it on. It's been perfectly fine. That's right. I know what I want to do. So I put the shades back on. That's the passenger one, obviously, because it says passenger on it. Now this is what I like. Watch this, right? We got this guy here. On a nice hot day, we got shade all the way through. I keep, you know, on off with the compressor every now and again, and the line's not even frozen. Maybe we try to leave it on longer. This thing idles really, really low now. I used to idle at like 8:30 something, so not a big deal. Still runs, and I can get rid of these fans. Oh man, you ever just be driving down the road and you run out of fuel and the truck shuts off on you? Well, I forgot to open the aux tank, and I'm coming down the road and it just shut off on me. I'm on the phone and it's great, but no big deal because I have plenty. I think I have plenty of fuel in the aux tank. We'll see in a few hours. I'm gonna try to find a fuel station, but I think I got, oh, this road sucks. Bumpity, bumpity, bumpity. Hate these roads. I'm loving these. Loving these. Been messing with the AC all day. Oh man, I've probably driven at least 400 miles now with the AC. Mint. All I gotta do every now and again, flip that switch on, leave it on for about 15-20 seconds, shut it off for about 3 or 4. It's going good. It's going real good. All right, we got some exciting ones. So we got another van from Copart, right? They wanted it for $1,600. It's going 862 miles. We booked it earlier, but I'm like, and then they're like, well, you can't pick it up till Monday. We didn't know that till after. I'm like, yeah, cancel that. No go, right? So we start looking for other loads. We start piling stuff up. We had a bunch of stuff stacked, basically, is what I'm getting at, right? And then they reposted it for $2,000. We're like, well, I gotta wait till Monday. We waited a little bit longer. We got them up to $2,200 for 862 miles. Yes, we're doing another Copart van. Only this time, we got $2,200 plus $1,400. That's $3,600. And then we might have a zero-turn mower on top of that for another $1,000. That is $4,600 to go home. That's 3 days of work, $4,600. Hopefully we get the zero turn, but damn, I'm so pumped right now. This is exciting. So exciting, I keep forgetting to turn the AC switch. I gotta literally hit this. It's like 3 times a minute is what the compressor cycles, so it's like I'm trying to keep up with that. But I have AC, so I don't give a shit. And if this gets even better, I just found diesel for $2.85 here in Minnesota. I'm pumped. We're finally turning our luck around and going from, you know, the BS that y'all saw last week with a drive shaft going out to rolling in style with AC, $4,600 going home, and cheap fuel. I'll tell you guys just how nice it is having AC. The train was absolutely obnoxious. He must be new because he was just blowing it constantly. So, you guys saw the other day, I got the winch all wired up, and not just wired, but I actually got the battery connected to the charger. For some reason, they don't do that on these. So, you guys saw the problem that I had with the van was I wanted to put it in the back. And to do this, basically there needs to be a roller here and there needs to be a D-ring here so that we can run it down on the bottom of the deck, or this needs to be down here. But obviously none of those things work. Now we're going to pick up another one at Copart on Monday for $2,200. Unfortunately, after seeing the pictures, not exactly the greatest, but that's basically what we got. So that's gonna be $3,600 going home instead of $4,600. I need to find a way to get the mower on here. You guys think I could fit a zero turn up on the top deck? I wish that I had a flat deck up there. Also, what are you guys doing about lubing your fifth wheels? And are you guys running the lube plate? Any of you guys running them? Still filling her. I think the other side is done. I don't think I needed that. Apparently I went through a lot more fuel than I thought I did. 58 gallons, 59 gallons. Wow, it's getting expensive. I need to get me a new cap. Look at that. Gross. So I was gonna get the transfer pump on the back, which I still kind of want to, but is there really a need for it? So you guys can see over here, I'm still running the gravity feed, which seems to work, but you tell me. Should I get the electric one? That's pretty much gonna do it. That's pretty much my day. There wasn't really anything special that went on except for the drop. Hopefully I'll be picking up an in-op early in the morning, so I'll be able to film all of that. So tomorrow's video should be pretty decent. I do want to make people mention that I'm just going to do this because I see a lot of other YouTubers doing it, and I know I've gotten questions on it before. I actually have a message right now that I just responded to. Certainly I've never been the person to ask for anything for free, but I noticed a lot of people do the whole P.O. box if people want to send me stuff. Now I do want to make mention, I'm going to put my P.O. box down in the description for my P.O. box. And I don't want people to send me things that are going to be an inconvenience to them, that are going to put them in finance. Like, I don't want anything for free. Like, if you want to send me something cool, go ahead. Don't want anything expensive. I don't want anything that's, like I said, that is super valuable or anything like that. Just, if you want to send cool stuff, send it. If you don't, you don't, you know, not asking for anything for free, and I definitely don't expect it, but the support has been amazing. I know a lot of you guys have been asking for merch. Unfortunately, it's kind of a lot to do right now with everything going on. Fiance's got our 3 kids pretty much almost full-time at home. And then me with the way I'm working, trying to put out daily uploads for you guys. I understand some of these can get pretty, you know, it sucks that when not much goes on and I have to kind of try to get some content out of it, but I am definitely trying to daily upload, and they're just gonna keep getting better. This is basically my life. This is what goes on every single day, and I enjoy doing it. Unfortunately, you know, I see you guys are supporting it. I see you guys are enjoying the videos. I can see, you know, the watch time and the likes and basically everything. You guys have been pretty supportive, so I'm gonna keep trying to do it. As progression goes on, I'm gonna find more and more stuff to throw in the videos, so it's not just gonna be me talking for the rest of ever. I even know right now that's basically what I'm doing. I would like to show you basically everything else I'm gonna be hauling. So we will be getting a new trailer here soon, and we got plenty of big updates coming up, but future is definitely looking bright. I appreciate you guys for stopping by. That's gonna do it. Safe travels, guys. See you in the next one.